Kia ora yogis, welcome back to another little bite-sized flow with me from my lounge to yours. I am excited to get moving. Our focus today is on our back body, so balancing both strengthening and lengthening. A lot of times in yoga, we can tend to focus on the front of the body, on opening up through back bends, up dogs, etc. And we forget about the strength and length that we require back here. I also like focusing on the back body within our everyday life, because I feel like a lot of the time we spend our days leaning forward, looking at what's coming next, focusing on the future, as opposed to just taking a slight lean back in space so that we are physically and energetically present in this very moment. So within today's practice, we will align the spine, create a balance of length and strength, and through the process, land ourselves in the here and now. So without further ado, I will meet you on the mat. We'll begin in an extended child's pose. So knees come apart, big toes together, and gently guiding the hips back towards the heels here as we extend the arms long. Forehead can come to a block or the floor. And we'll begin here with 2 deep rounds of breath, visualizing sending that breath down and up the spine. So as we breathe in, imagining that breath coming in through the crown of the head and traveling all the way down the length of the spine, looping around the tailbone at the base. And then as you exhale, picture that breath traveling back up the spine and out the crown of the head. Beautiful. One more round. Big breath in. See that breath travel down the length of the spine. And then breathe out. It loops around the tailbone and travels back up and out. So nice. Just letting that breath return to a natural rhythm now, a natural cadence. As we welcome a gentle rock sway across the forehead, activating one glute and then the other to create a bit of a rock in the pelvis also. And then we'll inhale here and press up onto all fours, finding a tabletop position. We'll now move through some cat-cows with a focus with an awareness on the back body in particular. So I'd like you to bring your attention to your shoulder blades, your scapula. And as you inhale here into cow, think about initiating from the shoulder blades. So we're drawing them towards each other here, like we're trying to squeeze a blueberry between them. At the same time, allowing that pelvis to scoop up to the sky and the head to lift. Really nice. And then as we exhale, we'll press into the floor and round chin to chest. Beautiful. Just taking 2 more rounds like that here, yogis, initiating the movement from the spine. I've just got to run and check something in the kitchen that I remember I left on. The joys of teaching from home and real life, eh? Awesome. And then one more round. Inhale, shoulder blades draw together here, scoop in tailbone and crown head. And then exhale, press round those shoulder blades apart. Feel that length, that stretch across the upper back. Beautiful. This time, finding your cow, shoulder blades connect. And at the same time, sending the hips back towards that child's pose shape. And then as we exhale, round shoulder blades apart, unravel yourself forward and through that cat shape. And then find your cow, send the hips back. And then exhale, shoulder blades draw apart as the hips roll forward. Nice. 2 more times here with your breath. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Beautiful, yogis. We'll come now to lie on our pukus, on our belly. And we'll take the hands quite wide. We're going to pop up onto the fingertips here, elbows facing the sky, and find a few rounds of a little gentle cobra. So again, think shoulder blades together as we lift the torso up. And then exhale. As the forehead finds the mat, find that spreading across the back body. Again, inhale, roll the shoulders up and down the back. Exhale, lower it down. One more round. Inhale, lift. And then exhale to lower. And then we'll set up for a Shalabhasana. So hands now are going to come alongside the hips, palms facing the sky. And same idea, as we inhale here, initiate from the shoulder blades, draw them towards each other. As we reach the ring fingers in particular down and away from us, engaging the glutes to lift the lower legs. Beautiful. Inhale here, find a little bit more length. Exhale with control, lowering it down. 2 more times. Inhale from the shoulder blades, reach through the ring finger, lift. And exhale to lower. And then 1 more round. Inhale, roll, reach, lift. This time holding it up here for a beat. As we just rotate through the wrists. So we're going thumbs to sky, thumbs to earth, back and forth here. Feeling the entire rotation of the arm all the way from that shoulder blade area on the back of the body. This is really strengthening, but at the same time, we're finding that length through the torso here. Nice, go 1 more round. And then hands come alongside those floating ribs, elbows tucked in. Inhale up and into a cobra or maybe an up dog if you're ready for that. Beautiful. And then send it all back, child's pose, breathing it out. Nice. From your child's pose, unraveling into your tabletop. We'll reach the right toes long behind us and the left fingertips out. As we inhale, think about rounding slightly through the upper back, knitting lower ribs towards hips. And then inhale as we engage the glutes to raise that arm and leg. We've got a slight tuck in the chin here to find length through the spine. And then as we breathe in, can you lift that leg and arm slightly higher than you think you can? So that then as you exhale, you can round in elbow to knee. Beautiful. 2 more rounds. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, think shoulder blades apart. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, draw it all in, chin to chest. Find that length once more here. And then we'll place that hand down. Swing the knee out towards that right shoulder. And then place the foot outside that right hand. So we're coming to like a lizard variation here. Really nice. Once again, as we breathe in, can we find that length through the spine? Shoulders drop away from the ears. As we breathe out, drawing the hips back, toe lifts, half Hanumanasana. Hands can come to blocks here, yogis, if the floor feels really far away. 2 more times. Inhale, dropping those hips, lengthening. Exhale, draw it back, toes towards face. Inhale, drop and lengthen. Exhale, draw it back. And then dropping once more. Right hand can come to right knee here as we find a little bit of a twist in the spine now. So we've done lots of flexion and extension, sort of rounding and lifting so far. Now we're starting to welcome in some gentle twisting or rotation. Beautiful, release that. Knee can come back, shake your tail feather there, release, send a ripple up the spine as you sway. This time left toes reach back behind us, right fingertips. Find that core engagement, think ribs to hips, tucking the chin slightly and then inhale as we elevate arm and leg. 1 more breath in, can we lift the arm and the leg a little higher? And then breathe out, round chin to chest, elbow to knee. 2 more rounds, inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round, beautiful. Finding that flow in both the breath and the movement here. Hand comes to the floor. Draw that right knee in towards that, left knee into left shoulder, and then placing the foot outside of the hand. Awesome. Settle in here, finding that length, shoulders away from ears, and then hands to blocks or fingertips on floor as we draw it all back. Think pinky toe in particular towards the face here. 2 more rounds with that breath. Nice, yogis. And then dropping that hip forward. Hand to that inner knee as we open it up gently, leaning away from the knee. Thinking about tucking that top shoulder blade in, down the back as we gaze to sky. Beautiful. And then hand to floor. Take that knee back. Shake it out. Sway it out. Beautiful. Okay, from here we're going to head to Adho Mukha Svanasana, but we're going to again focus on initiating from the back body. So pressing into the floor as we round shoulder blades apart. And then maintaining this position with the back, let's tuck the toes and send the hips to the sky, then back towards the space behind us. Nice. When you arrive, perhaps pedal through those legs, bending one knee and then the other, perhaps sway through the hips, send a ripple down the spine. And then plugging those palms, fingertips into the mat, pressing in so we can lift up and out of the shoulders, sending tailbone towards the sky, thigh bones back, heels towards the earth. Beautiful. And then same as we did from child's pose here, we're going to unravel this time to a plank, initiating from the shoulder blades. So as we inhale, think about rounding through the upper back, drawing the shoulder blades apart, unraveling to your plank. Perhaps drop those knees if you need a little more abdominal support. And then as we come back here, think about drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Bend deep through the knees, press through the palms, downward facing dog. Nice, 2 more rounds. Round through the upper back, unravel, find that length in your plank, and then shoulder blades draw together as we push through the palms and back. 1 more round. Awesome, yogis. Now we'll inhale and raise that right leg up behind us. Perhaps you'd like to bend through the knee here, open through the hip, find that spinal rotation once again. Perhaps circle the ankle. And then inhale, lengthening that leg long. And drawing the knee in as we round the shoulder blades apart, finding that knee drive. 2 more times. Inhale up and back. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale up and back. Exhale, draw it in. Nice. And then this time, stepping that foot between the hands, dropping the back knee. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, drawing the hips back, Hanumanasana, perhaps this time hovering the arms, again, reaching through the ring fingers, drawing shoulder blades towards each other here. 2 more rounds. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, back. Nice, yogis. Scooching back forward, left hand to floor as we open that right arm up. Easy twist. Allow that shoulder blade once again to tuck in as we gaze towards sky. And then hands frame that foot, sending it back. Downward facing dog, pedal the feet out. Second side, as you're ready, let the inhale raise that left leg up. Perhaps bend through the knee, open through that hip, pressing through the left palm in particular here. Nice. Inhale, re-lengthen long. And then exhale, round, draw it in. 2 more times. This time as you hover, placing that foot between the hands and dropping the back knee. Let the inhale lift and expand you up into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, draw it back. Perhaps hover those hands. Half Hanuman. 2 more. Keeping the attention, the awareness on the shoulder blades. Can you initiate that swoop of the arm from the back of the body there, almost like we've got wings attached in that space? Beautiful. Drop it back down, right hand to floor. Open that left arm up towards the sky. Allowing that left shoulder blade to melt down the back here. And then frame that foot, send it back, downward facing dog, pedal it out. Beautiful, yogis. Stay here or take an unravel forward. And then sending it back. This time, inhale, right leg lifts. As we breathe out, we'll draw the knee to chest and then place the foot between the hands. Keeping the back knee lifted this time, we'll elevate into a crescent lunge. Drawing that right hip back here. And then cactusing the arms, allow the elbows to melt towards the hips. Then hinging forward, arrowhead. Beautiful. 2 more rounds. Inhale, melt. Exhale, hinge, finding that length through the spine. Inhale, melt. Exhale, reaching it forward. Beautiful. Then we'll lift up to a neutral spine and then open the palms out. So we're finding a revolved twist here. Reaching once again through the ring fingers, tucking that right shoulder blade in here. A little more, a little extension, reaching that right hand for the left calf. Finding a bit of a lateral side stretch here for the torso. Beautiful. And then cartwheel those arms down. Take a vinyasa here, yogis, or meet in a downward facing dog. Find your breath as you return. And then second side, inhale, raise that left leg up and back. The exhale draws the knee as we round the shoulder blades and then press that foot between the hands. Lifting up here, finding that length. And then melt the elbows as we breathe in. Breathe out, pressing through the ball of that back foot as we lengthen through the spine. 2 more. Nice, yogis. Returning to upright and then drawing that left hip back as we reach towards the left side. Reaching through that left ring finger, tucking the left shoulder blade in. Perhaps expand here, finding that little bit more of a lateral stretch. And then flush it out. Find your vinyasa. Find your flow. Beautiful, yogis. Okay, final little bit of effort here before we start to wind it down. As you inhale, unravel, find your plank. Now feel free to drop onto the knees and do this on your knees if that's more suitable. We're going to find some little scapular push-ups. So the arms stay pretty straight here, yogis, and we simply drop the chest between the hands and then press into them, between the shoulders, and we press into the hands to round the upper back. So inhale, chest lowers. Exhale, back rounds. And it won't take long until you really start to feel this in that upper back area. So just doing as many as you can with good form, staying connected with that breath. Feel free to drop those knees. Nice, yogis. 1 more round of breath here. Beautiful. And then push it back. Downward facing dog. And then we'll allow the knees to drop. Send the hips into child's pose. Perhaps you'd like to take the hands alongside the hips here as you revisit that rocking and rolling. Really well done. Okay, from here we will come to a seated position, setting up for a Janu Sirsasana. Feel free to sit on a block or a cushion if you have one available to find that length through the spine. Bringing the sole of the left foot inside that right leg as we draw the right toes towards the face. We'll begin with a little mini twist here. So right hand comes outside left knee. Left fingers act as a little kickstand behind us. And again, attention, awareness, focus comes to the mid back, where that twist is initiated from. Maintain that twist now as we inhale, left arm up, and then find that lateral bend, that sideways reach through the spine, through the side body. Beautiful. Coming back up, finding a little counter twist, turning the other way, and then release that off. Second side, right foot comes in, drawing those left toes up and back. Finding that twist over the bent leg to begin. Maintaining that twist now as the right arm lifts us up and over, grounding down through that left heel. Beautiful, and then coming back up, finding that little rebound twist. And back to center, so nice. We'll release that off, taking the feet wide, just tick-tocking the knees side to side here. And then when you are ready, coming to lie on your back. perhaps finding a final little engagement with that core and connecting with the spine by layering down like a string of pearls, one vertebra at a time, connecting them all to the mat. When the head arrives there, drawing the knees in, perhaps swaying side to side or drawing some circles with the knees. Beautiful. We'll take a reclined figure 4 here, right leg over left, sole of foot to floor, or if that range of motion is slightly bigger, we can reach for behind the hamstring or the top of the shin. Perhaps a gentle sway here. Really starting to slow the breath now, particularly that exhale. Letting the body know that it is safe. It is able to integrate the lessons, the medicine of the yoga. Left foot down, keeping that twist of the legs, that cross, and then just scooching the hips to the right so that you can drop the knees towards the left, finding a twisted root. If this is too much for the lower back, feel free just to stack the right leg on top of the left. And perhaps turn your gaze away from the knees here. Noticing how it feels to be here in this pose. As your body breathes itself. And just then to find neutral, and then second side when you're ready. So left foot crosses over right. Stay on the floor or elevate that right leg. Find a little sway. Here, with the left foot on top of the right knee, scooch the hips to the left and then allow those legs to drop down. Perhaps gaze turns away. Connecting as best you can the shoulder blades with the earth. And then head comes back to neutral. Legs do too. Hips, hug them in one last time. Perhaps raise the head and torso as we hug everything in into a tiny little ball. And then when you're ready, melt on into that Shavasana. Allowing all of the bones of the body to feel dense and heavy here like wet sandbags. Knowing they are held by the earth below. Your body will do its thing as it breathes. Your only job here is to remain open to absorbing all of the goodness. Becoming aware of the natural curve in the lower spine and how that's mirrored in the back of the neck. And then revisiting that spinal breath as we inhale, travel down the spine to the tailbone. Exhale, let it travel back up and out of the head. One more round here, yogis. Breathe it in and down. Breathe it in and out. And this is where I will leave you. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you can, as long as you have. When you do move, do so mindfully and easefully. And I wish you a wonderful day ahead, filled with sense of grounding, presence, and of standing tall and strong as you. Thank you for practicing, yogis, and I will see you soon.